I had a great and interesting opportunity to apologize this week. It was interesting because I didn't really know that I needed to apologize because I didn't know that the person in question was even offended. But I had used them in a recent sermon illustration, anonymously so, and then I had sent them a text message and an email over the past number of weeks and heard nothing from them. And so I got thinking to myself, well, maybe they saw the sermon and maybe they were really offended by what I said, or they just felt used like a sermon illustration, or they felt like a project or something like that. And maybe I ought to apologize for that. And of course, I asked some friends about that, what they thought, and everybody was like, no, I mean, you're just making this up in your head. You don't know why they haven't responded to you. It's something else. But as I got thinking about it, I thought, my gut tells me I could have said it differently. And I could have asked their permission before I shared what I did. And I thought, you know what? I'm going to call them. And if they don't answer, I'm going to leave a message of apology. I mean, what can it hurt? Maybe it's okay to apologize, even if they hadn't seen it and weren't offended. So I did. I left them a message. Well, they called right back, having not even listened to my message, and we had a great little chat. They had not even seen the sermon. They were not at all offended, but they said, send me the link. And if I'm really offended, well, you've already apologized. So it all worked out great. It's not always the right thing to apologize. It's not always the best thing to do. Sometimes we get manipulated into doing that when we really shouldn't. But at the same time, the scripture tells us that self-examination is a good thing. And reaching out to somebody is a good thing. And maybe more often than not, offering an apology can be a really good thing. Certainly it was this week for me.